Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about the important features of central force. What are the important features of force? First we'll be discussing the consequences of the conservation of angular momentum and what are the consequences which leads to the important features of central force. The first one is that the motion is always confined to a plane. Okay, we know that central force is along the unit vector r. So it cannot exert a torque on the mass mu, which is the reduced mass, because torque is equal to r cross F. So F and R are always in the same direction. Therefore, it cannot exert a torque on the body of mass mu. Hence, what is the consequence? The angular momentum L of mu is a constant, both in direction and magnitude. So, since L is fixed in direction as well as magnitude, the moment of the body of mass mu will be always confined to a plane. So we can prove this since L is equal to R cross P, P is equal to mv. When we substitute that, it follows that R is always perpendicular to L from the property of a cross product. So the direction of L is always perpendicular to R. Since L is a fixed quantity, L is in fixed direction, the plane of motion is also fixed. So R can move, since L is fixed, R can move only in this plane. Okay, hence the plane is the motion of a central force field movement, the body in a central force we can move only in a plane perpendicular to the direction of L, right? Now, if we introduce the plane polar coordinates r and theta, we can find that the motion equation of motion is mu r double dot, which is equal to f of r unit vector, which we have already studied. When we split it into two equations, one along the radial direction and another along the tangential direction, you get the equation as mu into, this is the radial acceleration, r double dot minus r theta dot square is equal to f of r, since f of r is in this direction, in the radial direction. So this is the equation of motion along the radial direction, and similarly there is an equation in the tangential direction which will be mu into, this is the acceleration along the tangential direction, r theta double dot plus 2r dot theta dot is equal to 0. So these are the two equations of motion in radial direction as well as the tangential direction. So this equation is a consequence of the fact that a central force has no tangential component, right? Okay, now what is the second consequence, which is the law of equal areas. We know that L is equal to R cross mu R dot. The magnitude of L will be equal to mu R dot R square theta dot. You can find it from this equation. The magnitude of L is equal to mu R square theta dot. Okay, this leads to an important consequence, which is the Kepler's second law. Okay, we find that what is the area element dA? If we find a moment, if we take that an angle of d theta, if it is this r vector has turned an angle of d theta along along this plane, what is the area swept out by this arc, or what is the area swept out by this radius vector through this movement? So it is approximately a triangle. So it is half base into height, half what is the height? It will be r high, and the base will be r d theta. When we substitute that, you get half r square d theta as the area element in polar coordinates. So dA is equal to this area inside these two r. Okay. Now what is dA by dt? Which is the area swept out in a time dt. When we differentiate it, this you get r square theta dot by 2. So what is r square theta dot? It is substituted as L by mu. Okay, so our dA by dt will be equal to L by 2 mu is equal to, since L is a constant and mu is also a constant, this quantity L by 2 mu, that is equal to dA by dt will be a constant value. That means the area swept out by R are the same for equal time intervals. So this area swept out by R in equal time intervals will be equal. This law is true for both closed as well as open orbits. Closed orbit means the planetary orbits which are closed around the sun. Okay, for that as well as open orbit for the orbits of comets. For both open and closed orbits, this law is true. Okay, which is the Kepler's second law. So this motion is confined to a plane, which is the first point, and the law of equal areas, the second point. These are the two consequences of the conservation of angular momentum, and these two are the important features of central force. Right? Thank you.